Okay, now the sail barge or the drug barge, excuse me, is is done being posted and recorded and everything. It is time to talk about this one. Now, this will be for a new faction in the Assault universe that will be against the Knights of Zen. I don't want to go into details because that's what I might explore later on, the actual storytelling. I don't know yet. But this is the Sygnum Sea Glaive. It is their personal hover tank that they used to, take out everything fucking else. It's specifically based off of a Eldar vehicle from 40K. Kind of want to take it in my own direction slightly, while still also kind of keeping the same kind of shaping language, where it's just this big vehicle, big wings, big guns, a very smooth, elegant looking shape. Originally, I was going to put a wing on the back, but I decided not to. But let's get into everything. First off, the lore. Basically, this is a hover tank. And there's not much lore made by the Sygnum to combat other tanks, such as the Knight's gas tank. That's all I ever put in on Art Station. So yeah. But this is just basically supposed to be their version of a tank to go against the Knights. It's basically one giant territorial dispute, and this is what it is. I went with teal for it. I don't think my camera's pulling up everyone, but that's dark azure and teal. I know it looks probably like a different color, but that's not the point. It looks better in person. But yeah, this is just their vehicle. There's not much really to say for lore. I do want to say that this windshield does not open. The only way to get it off is to unstud it, because it's just supposed to be like an energy barrier. That's the internals, if you want to see that in a minifigure and stuff. That's actually a classic space minifigure. I paid translucent head for the head because, yeah, I don't really want to go too deep into making new factions. It's just something I had on my brain. I couldn't get it out at the time. But let's do the height real quick. I'll put this on the side. I think the highest point is this area right here. So let me get my ruler. Lift it up. Look over on it. It's about maybe a notch or two over 4.5 inches. So yeah, it's pretty tall, but that's mostly because it also has that stand underneath it too. So let's take the stand off, if I can, and have it just be on its own self, its own little platform, if you will. Let's do it again. Darn, it's really hard to do this with the camera right between me and it. But if I do it right, it's about 3 inches tall without the stand. It's going to obviously bow backwards, but canonically it doesn't do that. Let's get it back on its stand. Give me 1 sec here. This is easier to do off camera. There we go. But yeah, this is their vehicle. I don't have much else in the regards to lore about how they look and everything, so this is the best you got right now. This is their vehicle. And when I do this, I'm going to continue the whole teal and dark azure kind of look, where it also is like a either red or trans red or trans pink windshield, because that's or maybe a trans green if I have any good ones. Anyways, but yeah, that's basically the course shaping. Let's get a nice little 360 so you can see it at 360. There we go. For my thoughts on this, really, because again, I'm going by my little list on the side of me. My thoughts, really, I'm happy with how it came out. I feel like I could still do better. I can see this being one of those things I come back to in the future and do a better job at. A lot of design cues I'm looking at, I'm not liking them too much, but I really don't want to work on this one. I want to do a different one, so I'm probably going to fix it in another version. I mean, I like these guns. These guns are fantastically designed. I like how they're designed and everything. You just can't articulate them up and down. It's supposed to be able to lift itself up and down and everything, which is a weird idea, but I like it. Also, I need to make sure I keep the candidacy where this is Keat orange or some color underneath it. So no matter what vehicle I make, it has some of this design language going to it, like little bits of gold here and there, and the drum lacquered silver. I gotta see if I can keep this kind of language in my own custom design. Because again, this is based off of an Eldar miniature. I don't know what the vehicle is called, but it's the one that looks just like this, but it has like a tail fin coming out the back of its head. I don't know what it's called. You probably do. I don't. It's not the point. I just like the design. I want to try and do my own little version a little bit. But the rest of the stuff going down the line is just going to be original or heavily inspired. But yeah. Who knows? It might be more Eldar-like. I don't know right this minute. I'm still trying to read from this one. Anyways. There's not really any functions for this thing. I mean, you could consider the windshield a function, but there's no functions for this one. This was just a hard piece of plastic. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed. I have to get on to the third and final review that I'm making right now. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.